So part two to not rushing the process is the self-inflicted wound. And one of the things I realized is that for years I was doing my own self injuries. I was inflicting wounds on myself. I was so desperate to please someone that I was willing to cut pieces of me up just so that I could fit in to what I thought that this person needed or wanted me to be. It got to the point to where this person was consistently stabbing me verbally, not physically, but verbally. They were hurting me. They made it very apparent that they didn't want me. Their actions reflected that they didn't want me. And I was so desperate. At one point I got to the point where I was just picking up the knife, helping them cut me. I was just giving them the weapons of choice to help cause infliction to myself. I was giving them the tools that they needed because I thought that's what he wanted. And I wanted to be with this human so bad, and just to have that eventually I picked up the weapon of choice and began to cause my own inflictions. I began to do things because I thought that if I dummied myself down, I thought that if I spoke and did certain things, I thought that if I changed my weight, changed my hair, changed my face, I did things to compromise myself. Anything I could do, I thought that it was pleasing to him, so I was causing more injury to myself. I knew better. But I had gotten to the point to where I was so desperate for love that I was willing to do anything, and I mean anything, to the point to where I was harming myself just so that I could feel alive, just so that I can feel something. It got to the point where I realized I was causing my own heartbreak. It was me. I couldn't place the blame on that other person because they had made it very clear what it was. They have made it very clear by their actions and their words what it was. And people say, girls are dumb and naive and stupid and desperate and blah, 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 and say what you want. But until it resonates in your spirit, in your mind, in your body, in your soul, in your heart, you don't know just how far you'll go. And I was willing to speak things over myself, do things to myself, compromise myself, my respect, my dignity, just so that I can feel alive, so that I can feel connected, so that I could feel anything. And as I had a moment, and I laid in the bed, and I just thought to myself, like, I don't really care if I live or die. I don't care what happens to me at this point. I just want to feel anything. It was in that moment where that small soul voice spoke to me and was like, get up. This isn't you. I had an awakening that happened. And for everybody that doesn't happen, but I'm telling you about how I was causing my own affliction, how I was causing my own wounds, how I was helping the person destroy me by the things that I was doing, because I thought that destroying me was making them love me. At the end of the day, the result was I end up, batshit situation, crazy, injured, hurting, broken, ready to give up on life, standing on the edge of the freeway, just ready to jump. And a lot of people don't know that. Of course, they see you smiling, but they don't know the struggle. And so it was in the moments where I laid in that bed that night when I came home, and I had an awakening. I realized that I was the one that was the problem. I realized I was my own issue. I was toxic. I realized that I had been helping the enemy kill me, right? I was causing my own wounds because, again, the pain that I was experiencing from harming myself and from hurting myself, it felt good to feel like I was alive. So tonight I want to say to you, when you are going through your process and healing and you need time and you are focused and you feel like you've come to the end of the road, I want you to know that your process is for your purpose. Sometimes it's not always going to be the quick, fast journey. Sometimes what you desire and what you need isn't always going to be instantaneous. There are some things that need to come out of you that's going to take time. Because if you rush the process, all you're doing is causing more injury, more infliction, more damage. And the result will be is that you will never fully be healed. Go through your process. Don't be the self-inflicted wound. Be free and be healed so that you too can have a testimony for somebody. Maybe your journey, your path may not be to get out publicly and talk about it, but we've all experienced some things. And like I said, this is just short, quick, and to the point, because I could go into detail, but I'm not. Those are for the live sessions, but we'll get there. Don't rush your process, because in the end, you're only injuring yourself. Heal. Take the time. Go on adventures. Go on trips. Every great thing takes time. A tree doesn't grow overnight. A river isn't formed in one rain downpour. Just saying. I mean, you might get a puddle or like a drought, but I'm just saying, like, go through your process. Don't be like me. Don't be the self-inflicted wound. Don't be the issue in your own life. Get help. There's therapy, there's treatment, there's resources available, and I get it. It's easier said than done. But you gotta go through it. Don't be a closed chapter. Be an open book.